You're such an asshole.
Sunday morning, children. All these leftover... Oh, I can curse now. I can curse. Because it's my normal fucking day, my normal fucking channel. Fuckity fuck shit fuck pussy dick fuck ass. Dear Cappy, I was wondering if you could do a video response on one of Joshua Fluke's videos about the recent massive layoffs. This was one about the Wayfair ones and the clocks in at 1948. The URL is here. Please feel free to stop the video throughout to add your commentary. You have to, otherwise you get strikes against you because you're plagiarizing other people's stuff. While I was hoping to get these points below addressed, I mainly want to see reactions to the way he's pointing this out. The guy seems to be a reformed, woke-up millennial in that he dismisses the lies told to this generation by the boomers for what they are. What jumped out at me was that while not mentioning you by name, he's basically saying that the main things you advocate, trades, heavy and demand creators, them, just steer people wrong and end up screwing them over in the long run. Well, not me. He's been... Oh, okay. So it's... Well, he's wrong. Okay, I'm terribly sorry. Maybe he has a different line of reasoning, but you'll forgive me if I'm not going to listen to a 30-year-old dope who just got woke. Say, wait a second now. If not that, then what? What? Because last I checked, they pay more. Oh, but you know, the Indians coming across the Pacific are... Well, I guess that's better. What, would you rather have no shot whatsoever? No skills? He goes through the list of laid-off employees that it was made public, and probably the most poignant quote to me is, take a look at these people who got cut. These aren't underwater basket weaving people. These aren't art history people. These are high levels. Well, yeah, Wayfair's business model could have been gone. It could have been outdated. You know, Amazon has resulted in a slowing of growth. Remember Borders books? Yeah, a lot of high-end. I'm just fearing this is going to be stupid, ignorant. Oh, I didn't think of that. Not on your part, of this guy's part. But yeah, sometimes business models go belly up. Do you know all the accountants got fired in the horse and buggy industry when Henry Ford created it? Not the car, but the assembly line? Please don't tell me it's that. Please don't tell me. And hang on, layoffs. The economy is very good, at least the labor market. It's that mass layoff statistics homepage. Is there statistics? County level initial claims. I just want to see a chart. We should be able to see. No, I don't want the Excel spreadsheet. Unemployment. I'm just unemployment collection. No, mean time on unemployment. Mean time. Unemployed persons by duration of unemployment. Okay. Oh, of course we're not going to... Oh, the BLS. Oh, never mind. I just wanted to see macro. Is this going to be an anecdote? Oh, I know this one tall Asian, this one company called Wayfair. And then I go and I look at the macroeconomic data. It's like, yeah, dude, it's nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. Company went belly up. So what? These are highlighted. This is the stuff that was promised to you as offering stability. Okay, yeah, you were lied to. You have more stability than a basket weaving major. They're the ones who are probably, by the time I do this video, all those senior high-level programming people probably found employment. The secretaries, maybe not so much. He also makes some quip about anyone who recommends getting into IT for security is a moron. Well, no, he's wrong. At least I am honest to say this isn't a real job I have. Is that his employment? He's an online celebrity or online content developer? Claims all companies overall are laying people off en masse and inviting them to reapply for their jobs at substantially lower rates. I'm not seeing that anywhere. What's it? Dude, do we even have to go through this guy's video? Hang on. Layoff statistics. I'm trying to think of the term. Bureau layoff. Edged up to... Okay, here we go. April 2008. No! The data is just wrong. I got the chart right here. You see a big jump up to 2.5 trillion. Now keep in mind some of this is seasonal, furlough versus bringing you back because it's wintertime or whatever. No, I wish the chart went back lower, but no, there's not a jump. There's not a spike. Let me see if there's a mass layoff statistics homepage. Table 5, layoffs and discharges levels by rates by industries. This is going to go. Yeah, this is the same chart. This is the data from the chart. He's wrong. I don't know. Hooray, we looked up data. We did what millennials typically don't do. We look up empirical data. End of discussion. Can I end here? I mean, I know this is you telling me what he's saying, and so I got to hear his own words to be intellectually honest, but I don't have time to sit through a 20-minute video and say, man, did you know that if you're a chemical engineer, you're not employed for life, man? What's he talking about? He's talking out of his ass. He's wrong. Here's the problem. He's not lying because to lie requires intelligence and a cognizance of what you're doing. He's wrong. He's ignorant. He's stupid. That's what it is. Claims that we need in the U.S. certain European-style protection because he's lazy on top of it. Where companies have to give serious long lead notice before slashing payroll. Sometimes they don't know that's going to happen. He's not woke then, is he? He's not woke. He didn't wake up. He didn't realize the boomers lied to him. He's still this dipshit fucking socialist. We should have everything be perfect and flowers. Is there supposed to be any challenge in life? Is there supposed to be anything bad to happen to you to forge you into a stronger person? Or is this supposed to just be weak ass shit? Everything's taken care of. If everything is taken care of, then why the fuck should the human race exist? Why should you, what are you going to do? How much of a man or a woman are you going to become if there's no challenge? If everything is fine, then we become like Wall-E, the people on that happy, perfect utopia ship. Everyone just gets fat. What are they doing? They're doing nothing. They're not persevering. They're not conquering. They're not overcoming. I mean, this guy could go suck fucking Andrew Yang's dick. Fucking hell. And there is unemployment. That's why employees pay unemployment insurance. Employers pay unemployment insurance. I can't help it. If what you're saying is true about this guy, it's going to be a very painful video for me. Because of the ignorance, because of the uneducated, because he just doesn't know shit. First off, nobody's advocating looking at traditional employee model as long-term, lifelong. Right, because he was lied to by his parents or his professor. Who knows? With a 30-year tenure and a gold watch, your retirement ceremony, a pension, of course. Who's telling people to do this? I don't know. Maybe his parents came from Connecticut and they're really rich. I just picture Connecticut as this really, really, really rich blue blood white people state. Where it's just, and they just spit out like those people on the ship of Wall-E, just these completely worthless humans. That's such a bygone fantasy. That was really mostly phased out while the boomer parents were still working. I agree with some of the pragmatic points, like the side of a hustle right, but I largely don't get the vibe that this guy's being intellectually honest. I don't know. We're going to have to look at his physical body behavior, his body language, and I'm not a real big believer in that. I'm just gonna have to guess he's an idiot. Please let me know. Price keep you anonymous. All right. 550 people. Wow. Okay. That's the title. 550 people fired. There are 320 million people in the population. The labor force, I think, is around 120 million. Look at him. For fuck's sake. He's not malicious. He's just too stupid. 550 people fired. You'll forgive me if I just go through this. He calls it the Wayside Massacre. It's not. Well, let's go.
Monday.com is an intuitive platform for managing your entire R&D. From iteration planning and roadmap.
If you haven't heard, there's this company called Wayfair. that just fired 550 people. An estimated 550 people who worked at Wayfair lost their jobs last Thursday in what has been dubbed Wayfair's Valentine's Day Massacre. On Thursday, hundreds of U.S. employees were asked to gather in meeting rooms at the company's Boston headquarters or to log into Google Hangouts for the mandatory meeting. These employees were told that they would be losing their jobs at the company effective immediately. This is your neighborhood public announcement reminder.
Okay, here's your...
That there is no job security at all. And before all the people...
Hey, look at the kid. He's waking up to that. There's no job security. Hey, the world's not perfect. Did you know that?
People in the comments are like, well, Josh, that's just business, and that's how it goes. Look,
Yes.
dude, I understand that business that has to restructure, they're not making a profit, they got to let people go, whatever, right? That happens. I get it. I understand how business and capitalism works. That's not what we're
I doubt it.
talking about. We're talking about you, the employee that works there, the one that bought into all the family garbage, the one that bought into all the culture garbage, the one that bought into believing that that was going to be your lifelong job and you were going to work there for 40 years until you retired. That's who I'm talking to. And
He's unplugged. You said he's woke? He woke up? Okay.
telling you to grab some control over your life. Take control. There is no job
Become a content producer like me.
security. This isn't 1950. There's no pensions anymore. I mean, maybe for certain areas like the government and places like that, but
I'm glad we have him to tell us this. If only there was somebody his age 15, 20 years ago doing the same.
in general, there's just no job security. There's only job skill security and your ability to basically sell yourself. You should
Why did you make me watch this?
always have
He's
a
got
backup plan.
60. This says 6. How many? He's got 230,000 subscribers. What the fuck? Operation Evil, boys and girls. I'm just going to tell people what they want to hear.
Always have something on the back burner. If any
Okay, I'm skipping ahead.
It's dumb, but you're not part of a family. It's all garbage. Don't buy into this stuff. Just look out for yourself. Always.
Okay.
And so for all of my American homies out there, realize that. Understand that. They don't have to give you any notice whatsoever. It might be a courtesy if they do, but and my experiences of all of my jobs, they were just like, it's not working out because of something we did or because you cost too much or because they don't even have to give you a reason. They can just say, hey, we're done.
It's their company. Now, as you guys know, I am no fan of the boomer bosses. No fan. And they are scum. But in the real world, yes, it's not your company. And now we are 3 minutes into him realizing this.
By get out. That's how it works in the United States.
Yes.
Hey, maybe you should listen. Maybe you should start putting in that work on the weekend. Maybe you should start thinking about some way.
If you've been trying to make money online and don't have a freaking Ferrari yet, or just haven't been able to quit your job, you have to realize it's not because you don't have enough knowledge. It's not because you don't
Okay.
way
All right.
to not have to depend on
I just want to see what the advertisement was.
the man. All right, let me calm down for a second. I received a comment from someone on a video that basically said, well, let me just show you. Bro, why are you so disagreeable? And I said, because everyone is a yes man. Friends and family did, 100% guaranteed. And you're in the best standard of living right now in all of mankind and all of history. Yeah, I mean, if you're not fucking homeless, I guess you have.
Who's homeless? Look at the stats. I don't know when the Great Recession was when this kid was a kid. He was probably 10 or something. It's not that bad. This is where economic history is already boring. Economic history, really boring. Lots of charts, lots of jobs. It gives it perspective at least. Things were way worse. And he wasn't around during the Volcker recession. That was bad.
You have a good standard of living with running water and a roof over your head. Probably a bunch of people out of these 550 people at Wayfair that are about to be homeless because they made a down payment on it.
They're not homeless. They're not, and it is up to the is it possible you will get laid off in life sometime? Do recessions happen? Yes, they do. Of course, now the air comes on.
House or a down payment on a car because they assume that those paychecks were going to keep flowing, you know? Oh, and if you feel like you're going to be homeless and you feel pretty upset about it, maybe you should just change your perspective. You're not homeless. You're living in a luxurious box, okay?
If you are homeless, that is your fault. That is not the employer. I don't know how it is the employer's responsibility, let alone anyone's responsibility aside from yourself, to make sure you pay rent. That is the number one financial thing you have to do, is pay rent. And if you are so stupid that you are not hustling out there and finding a place, hey, I lived in basements most of my life, slept on couches. It's not that hard to find housing. But I need to live in it. That's your responsibility. And now here, he's never guarantee you until he hit the YouTubes, this is him. Daddy money, daddy money, daddy money, 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 money. Hey, I made YouTube and I'm popular. Now I don't need the money anymore.
Hey, just change your perspective about it. It's a lot more work to actually try and change your circumstances in life. It's just, that would require effort. This is what it...
Yes, it does.
Looks like when people give up. This is what it looks like when people submit to the man, people submit to corporate.
Did he just say the man? Even. Hey kid, you should use like a Doors poster in there. Have your parents pay for it.
This guy right here. Basically, people are so brainwashed into believing this garbage that I'm part of the company family and I'm really excited to be here.
Okay.
Well, if I didn't have this job, what would I do? And of course, I understand that is going to add stress to people's...
Next time
We got
you do
another
this,
ad.
You could be doing this. How?
Honest
By
to
using
God,
the
how...
function. The search and
It's proof right here. The fact this guy's got like, I don't know, 5-6 times more subscribers than me. Guys, if you want, here's some real advice for those of you tuning in, whether you're from Josh's channel or mine. Lie. Don't get a job in truth. Don't try, just lie. Tell people lies, man. Lie to get ahead. Because this is obviously, there's 5 times the market value for dipshit feel-good lies. I know, he actually thinks he's helping. He's a good little boy. But he's so unanchored from the real world. He's doing misinformation. Lying indicates maliciousness. This is misinformation and naivete.
lives. But you know what's more stressful? Figuring out how to pay your rent.
It's called being an adult. And that fear of starvation and homelessness is what prompts people to work. See, this is what's great about, I'm sure what he wants is basic guaranteed income and all that, is that if that's taken care of, then you have no incentive to work. But if you don't work, then who produces the stuff? And then people are always shocked that in communist countries, the grocery store shelves are empty. No one understands that the threat of starvation and starvation itself, hunger, poverty, in general, pain and discomfort, prompts people to produce shit so that we become wealthy. Not everyone's going to be a CEO, I get that. But this is why I recommend you boys and girls get skills that help you. And not everything's perfect, where the factories always run, oh my God, you mean the horseshoe company's going out of business? Why? I mortgaged my house, majored in sociology. I don't have any money. I didn't think it was possible. What are you, a boomer? Like the boomers who didn't save for retirement, 2/3 of those fucks? Are you the same? Oh, you'll pick on the boomers, but then you won't provide for the contingency? You might get laid off? What a fucking whiny quanta.
When you don't have the money or any means to get the money. And people wonder, you must be really, really hard to become homeless in the United States these days. It must be really difficult. You really got to burn all the bridges. It's really not that hard to become homeless in the United States.
Well, no, it's not that hard. Yeah, you just be lazy and get a drug addiction. It's not hard to be homeless.
It's really not like, okay, maybe the company doesn't actually care about me. And for a lot of people, for those people fortunate enough to never experience that, hey, more power.
Everybody gets laid off. This kid, I think a pit bull. He's too young. You're having me talk to a child. This is an inexperienced young person who's like just waking up to the real world. Man, life isn't fair. That's what this is. Life isn't fair. Wah.
For you, and you probably won't understand what I'm talking about. But for you people out there who have experienced hardship, not because of your own cause.
Yeah, that would be us adults, not you, kid.
Not because you didn't work hard, but because the dude above you said, yeah, he costs too much money. He has a resource.
Oh, I don't know. The entire financial industry going down the toilet, maybe. This is painful, man. Why'd you pay?
It's just not in our budget, If you haven't experienced that firsthand, maybe it's really hard for you to understand. And once you've experienced it, it's really hard to trust people again. It's really hard to put your livelihood into someone else's hand. All right, so here...
Oh, really? Really? We're waking up? What? This is so the fucking Die Hard scene where it's like he's Powell down in the car and I'm John McClane shooting off the terrorists like, welcome to the party, pal. You just getting hip to the jive now, huh, kid? Did you get 3 pubes today? Oh my God, Josh grew a pube. Oh, look, he's becoming a man. And this is employment. Wait till he gets to divorce.
There's a big Google Drive that's circulating around LinkedIn for all these people that got fired. Actually, this isn't all 550 people. This is, what is this? 346 people?
So he's got a spreadsheet with people that are their names and their titles and their locations. These are the people who got laid off.
That have gotten let go. And as I was looking through this, you'll notice that these weren't like the non-essential positions, like some, like customer service.
Hang on. I just want to find out why Wayfair closed. He's making, this is The Sky is Falling. Why did Wayfair close? What we know about the company, it did not immediately specify which department. Did they close, or did they? Are they just laying people off? Wayfair has been one of Boston's fastest growing companies over the past a little too fast, apparently. Okay, so this is an up and coming startup. I'm wondering if they were ever profitable. The online furniture retailer announced Thursday was laying off hundreds of employees, doubled its size around 8,000 to 17,000 worldwide. Dude, that's less than 10% their employees. However, despite its growth, the company has yet to turn a profit. Yeah, you're in a bubble. This is a dude bro business. This is Theranos. Not Theranos. Yeah, Theranos? I think it's Thanos. This is a .com. Reposition itself. Wayfair says laying off 505 employees, including 350 at its Boston head. Knows a number while it's just a fraction. Increase efficiencies while aligning teams. That's bogus. Which is tell me why. They're just doing a reorg. Okay. Wayfair did not immediately specify which departments were hit in the brunt of the layoffs, but the CEO, Niraj Shah, indicated that they occurred across several different reflections. Last period investment went too long. Shaw wrote, what that does, we find ourselves placed in execution. Here's where Josh is right. They're lying with a bunch of business majoring bullshit. I just want to know, did you hire too many people? Did you expand too much? Drop 9%. Well, all right, try to model itself after Amazon and has grown to remarkable size despite 2 decades of barely returning a profit. All right, so it's been going for 2 decades. They haven't made a profit. Instead of posting near-term profits, the company invests the vast majority of its revenues back into its business to fuel further growth. Amazon business model subsequently spurred numerous copycats, Uber, Lyft. Likewise, it has scaled aggressively over its 18-year history. This is where you should probably learn to look at a cash flow statement. But then I'd have to work and learn how to read a cash flow statement that just give me a job forever and free housing. I don't want to do anything. Had larger than expected losses, all right? Net revenue grew 36%. Company still incurred a loss of $250 million. Here's what probably happened, because we're not going to get the truth out of them. This business model relies on continued cash infusion into the company because it's not making a profit yet. And so hopefuls keep throwing money in over the 18-year history of this company that one day it'll dominate the market and everyone, like Amazon, everyone's going to go to Wayfair. But maybe this was a loss where it was just too much. And that told the financial markets, we're not ever going to make a profit. And the financial markets, the people, the investors, lost faith. And now they can't find future infusions of investors to infuse them with cash to keep it going on. The investors have probably lost patience with this company now. And now they got to start cutting into expenses. First one, how many females were affected? First question, I'm just Fuck off, people. Oh, man. Okay.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with customer service, but I'm saying like these are full stack engineers, software engineer,
Yes,
QA, iOS engineer, analyst, and you can see over on the side what these people specialize in. You got...
Okay, yeah. So they went out and found jobs probably that very same week. There's negative unemployments for those people.
Hadoop, React, Google Cloud, AWS, all of these things are supposed to give you a safe and secure job, yet here they are.
You know what, Josh? I might go out and stub my toe. I shouldn't stub my toe. I might somebody might run a red light and crash. I shouldn't have. He's such a nice little privileged white person from Connecticut. I think so. Everything is awesome.
On a list, looking for another opportunity. And then I noticed if I do Control F and
They had to look for jobs. They had to go and apply for $85,000 a year. And if they're in Boston, boy, they might have had to go like south, where there's no income taxes, state income taxes, or it's not cold and shitty in traffic.
I type H-1B, you'll see in here that Thomas Lee needs an H-1B. Imagine relocating your life across the world to...
Yeah, leaving a shithole like China with pollution and communism to come here to this crappy country and then get laid. Oh, the world's not perfect, Josh! Oh my God! Maybe you and Greta Thunberg could have a very nice relationship.
Take a job, and then that job lets you go, and now you have to get another company that's willing to sponsor or continue to sponsor your visa, or you're going to get... You just see in here, all these people, these are not underwater...
Yes, got it, Josh. God, he just repeats the same shit.
Help plant millions by switching your search engine to Ecosia.
I'm just going to say it, brainwashed. As a former Wayfair employee, I can speak firsthand of the valuable experience and opportunity. You could call it downsizing, you could call it workforce reduction, you could call it layoffs, you could call it whatever you want. Dude, you got fired. Dude, you got...
Yeah. Yes, they did, Josh. Dude, why did you have me... You're really questioning this guy? Like, hey, I think it's a little off. A little? This guy's never lived in the real world. I can't imagine what... Josh, tell me what it's like having such a privileged background that you're now waking up to the fact. You look like you're 30. Are you just getting hip to the jive now? What was...
Got let go. Although an emotional day, I received an offer, blah, blah, blah. Why hire an employee, screw up their lives, ask them to join, and then fire them in a month? I was told they approach a last in, first out. What sort of organization hires a role when they don't need one for it? Strange, but true. The company has serious problems. This company model will never make...
Is it possible it's part of the employee or prospective employee's responsibility to go and look into the financial viability of their employer? Is that something to consider? Glassdoor reviews? I know, me asking people to be able to read a cash flow statement, one of these days you'll learn that, is a bit much. But maybe Glassdoor review? Maybe do a little... I remember the day when you couldn't just Google this stuff. You had to go to the effing library.
Make them profitable, and it will not sustain long term. It will close... And for everyone that disagrees with me, hey, that's great. You go ahead and disagree with me, but when this happens to you, you'll understand. You will...
Disagree with you about what? That you're never supposed to get laid? You know who disagrees with the real world, with Josh? It's the real world. Because I don't know. Okay, Josh, some free asshole consulting for you. Save your money, dude. Because you don't know when this YouTube social media content creator shit's going to go away. We don't. This happened not more than maybe 5-10 years ago with the adpocalypse. All these people thought, who was it? There was a story about a guy. He was like this perennially unemployed dude. All of a sudden he made it on the internet, made a lot of money. And then he got like 2 houses and a car. And then the adpocalypse came and YouTube or whatever demonetized most of his stuff. And all the money went away. And then he had to get foreclosed on and sell the car back. Yes, Josh, the world is chaotic and changes, and because of that, it's not fair. It's not a utopia. And you got some good enrollment here, Josh. Save your money.
Will absolutely understand. Companies are getting more and more cutthroat about it, and they're getting better and better at disguising it. They will call you company family. They'll say we have a great company culture. They'll say we have great building exercise and we have great perks. I don't want perks. I just want money and autonomy and flexibility to go and do my job and then leave. I shouldn't have to work 100 hours to be able to get a raise. I should be...
Well, then go work for the competition, Josh. I love the should. Anyone that mentions should... They're pampered. They haven't lived long enough.
Able to do my job well to get a raise. So you just understand that is the world that we're moving into, and I'm not trying to be fear-mongering, I'm just trying to be realistic. So
God, thank God we have him to tell us. Every old person's laughing at this kid right now. And by old, I mean 35 and up.
Please approach this with a grain of salt. Your mileage may vary. Here's another one. Yesterday was a difficult day as I was one of 500 plus Wayfarians whose role was suddenly eliminated, meaning they didn't get a 2-week notice like you're supposed to give. During the brief 3 months I was at Wayfair, I had the best time collaborating with and learning from my brilliant colleagues. Like, what does this do? Just let it go, man. You were fired, yo.
I have to agree with him here. He is right on this, where everyone's like, yeah, they must have amazing. It's like, he's right. You go to work to get paid and go the fuck home and live. I think he's slowly starting to develop. Maybe the client who requested this video was right. He's starting to wake up a little bit and realize, he's starting to shed his naivete. But he is right here, where it's like, I could have collaborated. It's been an amazing experience. Like, dude, your life is over. If you think that the point that not only are you there to make money, but more importantly, that's where your value in life is coming from, is from your job, your life is over. You might as well not exist. You might as well not live, because if you're living to work, you're a slave. But I was never this naive or stupid at his age. I maybe like in middle school, maybe. But I was a bit more couth about reality. And I was working, well, technically, I guess if you consider collecting cans, I was working since I was 8. Good money collecting cans in Michigan in 1983. Dime went a long way back then.
Shoot the bird to that company. I understand that people don't want to burn the bridge, but if you're never going to...
He's got a tattoo. He's got a tattoo. Is there a chapter in here about tattoos? Stop mutilating your body, chapter 27. There you go. Oh, where's your dad, Josh?
Cross that bridge again, burn it down. Who cares? At least that's my line of thinking. Well, you never know who you might need to contact when you're in a hard time. I don't want to contact people who treat me this way. I don't want to do it. Sorry, that's not for me. You're going to treat me like that? The bridge has been burned. I don't care about saving face anymore. That's just how it is for me. I'm not going that direction anymore.
Something more practical. Well, a lot of you guys will find out, don't burn your bridges. If it's a large company, maybe you don't want to. But if it's a small company and a startup, usually they're gone. And there's no one to call. Not to say you should go and firebomb and tell the HR lady to shove it up her ass, or tell your boss to choke on a bag of dicks. But if choose wisely who you do that with. That's not professional. But it does feel good, I won't lie.
It's bye, see you later. I don't care, burn it down. But people just don't get that, I guess. To everyone else who was impacted by Wayfair's workforce reduction, let's stay connected and help each other succeed. Please Hi, LinkedIn community. As many of you know, Wayfair underwent a mass layoff this week at the job, and then...
I could see him getting flabbergasted, or not flabbergasted, flustered and flummoxed, tired, beleaguered by the sheep. Dude, they're just programmed to do that. Like, hey guys, I need help. I gotta reach out to my network in LinkedIn. He's coming around, I guess you're right. But it's just, I don't have time for this namby-pamby. My God! Did you know the sun comes up in the east? We gotta do something about it. It's not fair.
Suddenly you're like, Yesterday was quite a day for Wayfair, and I'm feeling for those in my Wayfam that are directly and indirectly impacted by the Wayfair layoffs. Yeah, I mean, you still work there, so that must be nice. And so, I mean, you're obviously just trying to save face and being like, oh, I feel so bad for you, but low-key, my rent's about to get paid and yours isn't, so I'll do the bare minimum and share this Google Doc with my LinkedIn network because only job skill security. I don't know how many times I have to say it, so stop buying into it. Stop thinking Big Brother's just going to take care of you because you know, you're living in a great time right now in humanity. Like, best quality of life. I mean, if you...
Josh got a fourth pube. He realized that you are responsible for you. Oh, okay. Maybe he can film the fifth pube coming in when he realizes, say, did you know you have to make estimated payments on 1099 income? Oh, say, did you know? Yes. You know what's funny? Here, compare Josh Fluke to someone like his same age, TJ Martinell. TJ Martinell is light years ahead of Josh, but because TJ Martinell advocates, hey, wake the fuck up and personal responsibility, and yeah, life sucks, but you better get fucking used to it because it's sink or swim. That harsh lesson doesn't get him anywhere. But Josh, oh my God, man, did you know it's so unfair? Well, no, screw the system, man. Like, where have you been? I killed Carl. Hans, I'm tracking Hans down. Now you realize what's going on, huh? You realize this now. You got your donuts there, Carl? Wait. No, Carl was the brother. Al was the cop.
You can maintain a job, and it's not always easy to maintain a job, not because you don't want to work, but because people just don't want to pay you. Well,
Really?
That's your fault, not always. It's not, and until you've experienced it, you can't know. But for those of us out there who have experienced it, you know what I'm talking about.
What's going to happen when his first serious girlfriend cheats on him or breaks up with him? This guy's going to be a sobbing mess. This is...
So keep on that hustle. Respect the hustle. Oh, and here's something that's super shitty about the...
Oh, tell me, Josh, what is super shitty?
Situation. Every time there's mass layoffs, you'll see on LinkedIn, you'll see a swarm of recruiters going in to make that...
Isn't that good? That didn't happen in the Great Recession. That didn't happen in 1991 recession. That didn't happen in the Volcker recession. That's good you got recruiters. That means there's demand for the fucking jobs.
Fatty paycheck because you know that's their job, to get people jobs. So you gotta...
Oh, no! They might get people jobs. Oh, the unfairness. Oh, that's stupid, man. Fucking hell. This is why I'm doing Operation E. I'm just going to do Josh stuff. But then my lies are going to be much better, much more convincing.
A bunch of recruiters that I'm sure there are good-meaning, you know, well-intentioned recruiters out there.
They're financially incentive, Josh. They're paid to find people jobs. Do you hate realtors? They're paid too. Do you hate the person that makes your Big Mac in the morning? They're paid too.
That want to get you a good job. But more often than not, there's recruiters that are swooping in to take advantage of this situation and just promise everyone, oh, well, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Lucky for me, I happen to be right here looking for your best interest, not for my paycheck, but for your best interest.
How do you get paid if you don't find him a job, Josh? Again, he must be from Connecticut, where all the hedge fund manager, trust fund babies kids come from. He must be in that party, because he just...
Interest. I actually have 13 jobs that would fit you. Look, no recruiter has 13 jobs that's going to fit you. Maybe one of those would fit you, but hey, in mind, I promise you that, and it's just all a bunch of lies. Whenever something bad happens like this, someone's about to make a shitload of money. And in this case...
No, it's because they lost money, Josh. It would help if you learned some basic... Oh, gee, I wonder... I wonder if you could learn to read financial statements and see how finance and economics works. God, what a dipshit.
It's going to be recruiters. So just keep that in mind. Anyway,
Thanks, Josh.
That's all I have to say in this video. Hopefully you take something away. Hopefully you walk away.
Yeah. Boy, following that advice is sure going to get you in the top 10% of society. Oh, man. I should just get a chick with big tits to market this book, and then maybe, though underhandedly and clandestinely, you might get some wisdom that might work. Honest to Pete. All right, there you go, buddy. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys later. Oh, hey, if you guys want some real fucking advice that isn't whining, complaining about how much money your Connecticut parents give you, go check out some of the links below. Honest to fucking Christ. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.